Try not to cough. Okay, good to see everybody. Quick statement here. Very good team victory. Extremely pleased and proud of the kids. We played a good football team today, a team that was, playing some good defense, running around, causing turnovers. I was pleased. I thought they were a well-coached team. We challenged the kids to try to win all three phases, and they did that. Just some great things to see. 21 points off of 3 block kicks in the first half. 8 for 8 in the red zone scores. I thought Terrell played really well. And then we challenged our kids on defense to pitch a shutout in the second half. I thought Tulane did a nice job, hurt us in the one-back power game, and had a good scheme against us. But I really thought Coach Bola and the defensive staff did a great job in the second half, preparing the kids to fix it. Wasn't as pretty as we needed it to be. But really pleased, really proud of the kids. It was great to see. I think we had 10 different people catch balls today, which is great to see. So anyway, extremely proud of the kids. I want to focus on enjoying this victory for about 24 hours before we move forward, and couldn't be prouder or happier with the way the kids played. And with that, any questions?
Scott, during the week you talked about how you wanted the special teams to play better. Obviously, they did. Was there anything in Tulane's protection that you saw that made you think you might be effective? Or?
Yeah, there was a little. Yeah, there was. We felt like we could get between in the punt game. We felt like we could exploit the tackle wing gap, and the kids came off the edge good and hard. Even when we didn't block the one, we forced it. Forced it pretty good. I thought Coach Reed did a great job preparing the kids for that. And anytime they're kicking, out of the I don't know what yard line they were in, but they were backed up there. You love to have something you can get after them. I thought the kids did a great job, and they went after it. If they'd have missed them, we'd have hit the guy and got a flag. But comes a point in time when you say, "Let's go," and that's what we did. And Coach Reed had them ready, and they were hungry for that. They couldn't wait for that call, and it was great to see. Great to see.
You don't often see a defensive lineman block a punt. How happy were you for it?
You know what's kind of funny? Was it Crumey?
Yeah.
All right. Everybody was taking credit for it when they ran off, but I was happy. It must have been a low kick because Crumey's about 5'8", tall and wide. But yeah, it was good to see. I know he was excited. I've never seen anything like this before, but anyway, it was a good job.
Scott, can you talk about
Mark?
how your team started so fast offensively, 3 straight touchdown drives in the first quarter? How important that was to kind of set the tone?
It was extremely important. It was one of Coach McDonald's challenges to the kids last Tuesday, but Monday. It was the first thing he had was start fast, score on the first drive, and it was good to see. The kids were up to the challenge. I think they had a little bit of a chip on their shoulder. A lot of people said, "Yeah, you won last week, but it was Wagner and all that." And Wagner is a good football team, as is Tulane. But the kids were excited to get back in here and try to, make it look the way we want it to look. And I was very proud of the way the kids came out and played fast on offense.
Scott, I know you got to look at
Herm.
I know you have to look at the film, but it seemed like Terrell was just making very quick decisions today.
He was. I think he looked really good to me too. Until late looked like he was trying to steal and hold it a little bit too long. If he stays in rhythm, he's pretty good. I'm proud of him. What did he throw? 4 touchdowns, 16 to 21. Is that right? That's a good job. I love both those kids now. I'm just telling you, they're both great kids. Difficult situation for Drew. It's a long season. We have to be prepared to play anybody and everybody, Charlie included, but real proud of the way Terrell came out and played again, and we got good kids.
No Robert Welsh or Brandon Reddish in the second half. Anything with those guys?
Not yet. We're going to find out pretty soon. Get them a full battery of tests, and the good news is we have some time. The bad news is they couldn't play in the second half, so we'll see.
Hey, Scott.
Hey, bud.
So work with me on this one, will you?
I like the tie and purple shade better than the green.
Is he going to need water, bud?
I would have worn my Boise State blue if I'd known that was the dress code. But anyway, they say when a team plays poorly, the coach has their attention. Going forward to Clemson, that's a big test. Now, your team has played pretty well 2 weeks in a row. Any concerns that they might be thinking they're better than they are?
No. We'll keep them grounded pretty good. We'll focus on controlling the controllables. Right now, I want these kids to enjoy this win. for 24 hours. We'll worry about the next one. You know, we'll play a hell of a team. But these kids deserve to really enjoy what they've done. You know, I know a lot of people are disappointed we couldn't come out with a victory in those first two against two pretty good opponents in Penn State and Northwestern. There's no one more disappointed than our players. Nobody. Nobody. You know, nobody was more disappointed than our players, other than maybe their coaches. And I love the way our kids came back and showed character and said, we're going to put our head down and fight to get better. We know we're better than we showed. We should have won one of those, we felt, and we just shut the door and kept it honest with one another and said, what do we need to do to continue to get better? And let's try to take one game at a time, one victory at a time, and then focus in on the next opponent. And that's what they deserve to do. We'll be grounded, we'll be disciplined, and we'll continue to fight our butt off to just get better every day.
Scott, do you think Terrell's been even better than you could have expected?
I don't know. You know, I'm really happy with the way he's played. That's kind of, I don't know, those questions are hard. You know, I don't know. Expectations are to find ways to win and do your job and make the position work. He's done that, and, you know, I'm really happy about the way he's played.
Is there anything specific that he's done better than maybe you had seen him do in practice?
I thought his tempo's good. His deep balls were better. I mean, they were joking about he throws in a game day adrenaline ball. On game day, he's got more adrenaline and throws the deep ball better than he does in practice. And there might be something to that. I don't know. But I'm just proud of hell of the way he's played. I like his tempo. I like his rhythm. I like the way he moved the chains with his feet, both by design and by, you know, ad-libbing, you know. So a lot of good things. I got to quit saying, you know. Right, Missy? Next question.
Scott, we know you like to critique Bud's fashion. What did you think of the new helmets, and what role does that play in recruiting and getting kids here?
You know, we got great tradition here at Syracuse. We always have. And when they first approached me about the new uniforms, I knew the kids would be extremely excited. And I was excited. A chance to work hand in hand with Nike and develop and design products based on, you know, Syracuse, the colors, the tradition, and to do it with the number one company in the world, to me, is an exciting thing for our young kids. It can lead to a lot of neat things. You know, the traditionalist, which I'm a traditionalist, will say, well, why are you changing the helm? Why are you doing? I get that. But I went back and I walked through our Hall of Fame area, and I looked at all the uniforms from the past. And we're not wearing three-quarter sleeves anymore with stripes down on the elbow. And we're not wearing the old helm, you know, the old design. I mean, times change. Whether I love it or not, it doesn't matter. It's about the kids that put it on the line, the players that put it on the line. And they're excited about being a team that's supported by Nike and can be creative with the design and use the best products in the world, both from a performance point of view as well as the design. And we want to keep true to the themes as we work forward in those designs, but I'm excited as hell. I know the recruits will be really excited. You know, our players were involved with that whole process and will be as we move forward. So I think it's an awesome thing that we have going on, and I think our administration's done a great job forging that relationship and then passing it over to us, and they got the full support of Coach Shafer and the players to keep continuing moving forward, to be state-of-the-art and attract some of the best players in the country to come here and play with a team that's working hand-in-hand with the number one company in the world.
Scott, I know you don't like to talk about individual wins too much, but this was number 700 for Syracuse as a school.
It's awesome.
What does that number mean to you and to the
It
program?
means we're about 100 behind Boeheim, right? We got a lot of work to do to catch Coach Boeheim, but that means a lot. I didn't even realize that. It means a lot. We have such a storied tradition here. It's one of the most underrated traditions in the country, in my opinion. And I still think we have underrated fans. And you guys can nitpick and say that we don't have enough people here and all that stuff. And I understand that. But the ones that are here, I appreciate. I really do. And as we get over this victory and we get ready to go against one of the best teams in the country with a Heisman Trophy candidate, you know, I challenge our community to come out here and make this place the frickin' hardest place to play in the frickin' country. Let's shake this frickin' place. Let's have a blast. You know, they're faster than us. They got more 5 stars. They got the Heisman Trophy quarterback. They're a hell of a football team. I know all those things. But let's try to get a 12th man out here. Let's get our kids to play as hard as they can. Let's get the fans juiced up to say, hey, you only live once. Let's have a frickin' blast. Clemson's got the best player in the country coming into our house. Let's see if we can't try to trip them up a little bit.
220.
220. Mathematicians. Anybody else?
Scott,
Coach.
can you talk about, the bye week? It might be considered a good thing, Clemson, to have an extra week, but the way your team is playing, is it still a good thing?
When I look at the bye work week, it's a work week, where we want to try to get bigger, stronger, faster, build yourself up. You get beat up during the season. We got the first 4 in. Shoulders get a little loose. It's nice to get in that weight room with the kids and tighten them up, and then do a good job with our conditioning and try to catch up, with what we lost a little bit, because you do lose. We got the first quarter of the season done here. We're 2-2. We're even. We'd like to be ahead of the curve, but we're not. But we got a chance to rekindle the troops, go in, put together a great plan. Part of the big plan is to focus in on the fundamentals more than the scheme. So we want to look at the fundamentals we need to work on this next week. We want to get healthy, try to improve 6 inches with all our techniques by working on drills that will help our fundamentals. That'll be the first key. And while we're doing that, we want to do a good job getting out and doing a little bit of recruiting, but most importantly, preparing a timely game plan and not be in a hurry and take advantage of the extra time we have in preparation.
Coach, it seemed like the defense was able to hold the passing attack right here, Coach. In check for the most part in Ryan Grant as well, particularly in the second half. What did you see that allowed that?
Coach Bola did a great job with some adjustments at halftime, as did Clark Lee with the linebacker fits, and we tackled better. Scheme is one thing; it's important, but a little bit overrated always. But what's not is attacking with the right mentality, playing good square shoulder football, forcing the ball where it's supposed to go. So your teammate behind you can fit fast, and that's what I thought the kids did a better job of. We had some missed tackles, and hats off to Tulane in the first half. They had some good athletes and made you miss, and they did a good job, but I really liked the way our kids responded.
After everything that's gone on for the past week, what has it been like for your team to come together and put out a performance like this, and the pregame ceremony for the Edson family?
Yeah, it was extremely, extremely important for our team. We got football being signed in there right now. We said we're getting number 2 for Sue, and they did, and I'm proud of them. And God loved their family, great family, and they will fight forward. And they got the love of the whole Syracuse community behind them. And those kids are great kids, and they don't get any better than Sue. And it was an emotional week, and now we've got to keep fighting on and be there to support one another.